I wanted to take a look at major and minor triads in detail because as I've gotten more advanced in my playing, I rely on these things more and more and more. And I realize I really have to know them frontwards, backwards, sideways, upside down, which is, in all positions and versions. So let's take a look at the major triad. So out of C major, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. So we've got 1, the first note, C, second note D, third note E, fourth note F, fifth note G, sixth note A, seventh note B, root C. Right? So the major triad consists of the 1, 3, and the 5. We've all heard that sound, right? But I can also reach it here. So use your ears to find that. And then learn the more major scale that corresponds with that. Right? Oops. So let's take a look at it on each string. Down here on the 5th string, nothing really changes. But now we can go below. So that's the 5th below the C, and open is the 3, because here's our octave. So you can kind of see those intervals. Alright, so the guitar is tuned in 4ths here though, so nothing changes on these first 4 strings, these 4 bass strings, I guess. Right? Oh, what's that? So like we had down here, let's see. We have that. That's just kind of looking at it backwards. You're like, oh man, why is this guy going into such detail on the triads? I'm telling you, for good reason. All right, so, but we also have this way. 5, root 1. So we had this thing going. We can also do it this way. So this is a major third here. Major third. So we can see a major third, what a major third looks like. The interval between here and here. It's a major third. But a major third is also, I've got a virus scan completed here. Is 2 whole steps, which is just a whole step is 2 frets. So we want to make note of that's a major third, and that's a major third. So anytime we're on a C, we know the major third's right there. Well, that's not a good example. We'll get to that in a second. All right. Oops. I'll tune up for a quick second. So as I'm doing that, we're going to get into the B string, which, just messes everything up for us as guitarists. And it's just something we have to learn to live with. So I found it helpful to be cognizant of what's happening, with the B string. So it's tuned in a third, so, we all know this way of tuning the guitar. Those are fourths. But then we go like this. We go down one to B rather than C. So the B string is actually half a step lower. So it throws everything out of sync. So in order to compensate for that, when we get there, my third interval, which was like that before, on all these strings, which was super cool, I didn't have to change anything. Now when we get here, because it's down, I have to slide this up. I have to go up one to compensate for that. So everything slides up. Right? The interval between these two notes, the third and the fifth, stays the same because that's on the same string. But this thing slid up a half step. Hopefully that makes sense. And then the same thing going on here as was going up here. Okay, so, but we can also go this way. And that's good for like a triad, right? Because we can play that. We can strum that. Can't strum this. I mean, you can, but you're missing the third. So it's not clear, it's a 1 and a 5. It's using a lot of rock because it's non-discriminate. That's a cool sound, for the right thing. We could do it. We could put the E down in bass and, have a different voicing. But anyway, we're gonna be thinking about these different ways of getting at these triads right now. All right, so this one's kind of weird, right? Because we had that fifth below it, but since we've raised this up, now on the way down, we got to drop down one because everything's moved up a half step. Right? I screw my math on that sometimes. The key is to know that's not here. It's over here now. And that's just memorization, but also seeing the, understanding that string change gap and what's happening there. I found that helpful for me anyway, in the way I process information. So now what we want to do is take a look at these things end to end. You've played this chord before. It's a simple triad. So you just attach this on top. I play it different ways, I guess, depending on how do I play it. Descending, I play right off that chord and then jump over there to get that. I think I play this with my fourth and then switch to my second. Sometimes I just, don't even think about what I'm doing. Make sure it works, though, from a fluidity perspective for you. That's the key, right? Robben Ford in the Robben Ford Dojo talks a lot about the physicality, of each person is different. So find what's comfortable for you, but the fluidity thing is key. So then we want to study these. So they become automatic. And, I'm still working on getting these things where where they should be. I'm getting better. I've been spending time on it, you know. I know it sounds incredibly boring, and it is. But it doesn't have to be, right? We can practice these things over some chords. We can put some chords behind it. Well, that wasn't in the Triad. But I mean, you could just practice playing the major scale. You know, you could play other notes in the scale and then choose to play the triads at times. You know, see if you can conjure that up. All right, cool. So that's like the major one, right? So these shapes. Really start with that, right? You know, really have that together. Ooh. I haven't really thought about that one. And then if you're not sure what I'm playing, use your ear to find it. You know, it's just 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. Everybody can hear that. So sing along. And then, okay, so minor. We'll do that and then the next time. Work on the major.